want to thank all of you at CUFI who work day in and day out to support Israel and to strengthen the great alliance between Israel and the United States. In the past few years, I've worked closely with President Trump and his team to strengthen that alliance, which today is stronger than ever. I want to thank President Trump for all he has done for Israel. Israel has never had a better friend in the White House. Israel's security has been strengthened immeasurably by President Trump's bold decision to withdraw from the dangerous nuclear deal with Iran. The Iran nuclear deal was a farce. It allowed Iran to shorten the breakout time for nuclear weapons and to develop ballistic missiles to carry nuclear payloads. It gave Iran billions of dollars to fund its campaign of conquest and carnage and terror. When President Trump took office, Iran had the wind in its back. Today, Iran faces a massive headwind of pressure. We in Israel have certainly done our part to confront Iran's aggression. We have acted to stop Iran's entrenchment in Syria. We have acted to stop Iran from arming Hezbollah with precision-guided missiles. And we are as determined as ever to prevent a regime that vows to wipe out the one and only Jewish state from ever developing nuclear weapons. 2 years ago, we sent our Mossad agents to Tehran. They brought back Iran's secret nuclear archive. And that archive proved that Iran lied. There was one thing that came out of that. It's that Iran is lying all the time. It's time for all responsible countries to join the United States and sanction Iran. We're called Jews because we're the people of Judea. But these areas are also an integral part of Christian identity. They're part of your heritage. They're part of our common civilization. And under Israeli sovereignty, our common heritage will be forever protected. In a region where Christians are on the run and live in fear, Christians in Israel are on the rise and they live in freedom.
Why do you support the nation of Israel and the Jewish people? The answer? Because God Almighty and the Bible supports the Jewish people from the gates of Genesis to the book of Revelation. The unchallengeable fact of the Bible: Israel is unique. Israel did not choose this uniqueness. God chose it for them. I want to say that again. God chose it for them.
On our southern front, we face another extremist Iranian benefactor, Hamas. Even in the midst of a global pandemic, instead of caring for Gaza's people, Hamas uses its resources to build its terror infrastructure, provoking another escalation. As Minister of Defense, I will not rest until our citizens sleep in quiet and not in safe rooms, and until our sons are returned home from Gaza. If Hamas tests us, they will pay heavy price. In the face of aggressors and agitators who hate freedom, hate stability, hate our way of life, who act as the proxies of hate, Israel and the United States remain partners of progress, working together for the good of mankind.
I was privileged to preside over the opening ceremony of the United States Embassy in Jerusalem. At that ceremony, Pastor Hagee brought the entire house down with his stirring closing benediction. The entire audience, at Pastor Hagee's urging, shouted as one, "Israel lives." It was a moment that both of us will always cherish. Today, Israel indeed lives as never before, thanks to its leadership, its incredible citizens, and its loyal friends like Pastor Hagee and President Donald Trump. Thank you, CUFI, for all you do. Thank you for speaking up loudly and clearly for the state of Israel. Thank you for your consistent message to the people of Israel, people surrounded by enemies in all directions, people who, against all odds, have built an oasis of freedom and democracy in a dangerous part of the world. Thank you for telling the people of this tiny nation, you are not alone.
While we face the challenge of the coronavirus, we continue to face the threat of the Iranian regime nuclear program. The US and Israel must work together to put maximum international pressure on Iran and to do whatever is necessary to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon capability. We also face the challenge of rising anti-Semitism, which continues to reach new heights. We must combat anti-Semitism. As we face these challenges, we know that we can always count on you to speak out and stand with us